been working for 4 years to get to this point and to finally have everything come together and be able to do what I needed to at the regional meet to qualify is a pretty good feeling.
What did you do at the regional meet that worked out so well?
Well, from the regionals, it's the top 12 makes it to the national meet. So I was just able to get myself in the position that I needed to be, and at the end of the race, close, and was able to be able to be in that top 12 and get out to Oregon. So.
You know, some of the more popular spectator sports, men's basketball, football, women's basketball, baseball, something like that, people are used to watching. They have an idea of what it takes to train, compete, and ultimately succeed. How much different is it for an individual sport? I know there's a team aspect, but it's very individualized.
Yeah, it's definitely individualized. You've got to make sure that you're doing what you need to on an individual level, because with running, what you need to do for training might be different than what another person does. But to be able to do that on a regular basis, it does help to have your teammates to push you and drive you. But
all right.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You're going to be competing in the 10,000 meter, which, looking at the track behind us, it's 25 times around. What do you first think when you realize, all right, 25 times? Are you thinking easy, or are you thinking, oh my gosh?
Yeah, no, every time I line up for a 10K, I know it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a tough race. And, once I get in the race, they've got that lap counter going every race. And if I can just kind of put the horse blinders on and not see that for the first part of the race, and, just kind of focus in on flowing with the group of things and then once I get towards the end, I can kind of glance over and say, okay, 8 laps to go, 4 laps to go, and really start working.
Since horse racing is so big in this area, is it almost a horse racing kind of strategy in that California Chrome, for example, doesn't want to lead immediately? You just kind of want to stay back in the pack, pick your spot, and then go when it's appropriate. Is it similar to that in a track and field event?
That's kind of on an individual level as well. There's some guys who, from the gun, are going to take it out and try to hold on. Personally, especially at the national meet, I'll probably try to just position myself in the front pack, not necessarily right at the front, and then as we get into the last K or two, really then see what I got and see where I can get.
Realistically, what are your chances? What do you think?
There's a few guys who have kind of separated themselves from where a lot of guys are. They're kind of on a different level, but I'd like to go into it and set myself up to at least be in a top 10 position, and then, like I said, at the end, give it everything I have and see where I can end up.
Do you know where your event is in the overall schedule? And the reason I'm asking is because it's one thing if you're playing in a 2-hour baseball game. It's another if you're sitting and waiting all day Wednesday and all day Thursday for your event midway through Friday or whatever the case may be, because then it's as much pacing yourself mentally as it is preparing physically.
Yeah, for me, fortunately, I get to get out there and get it knocked out. We go Wednesday, I believe it's at 7:15 p.m. their time.
Right.
So I'll get to get out there, get adjusted for a day, and then go knock the race out. And from that point, hopefully just get to enjoy the next few days watching everyone else compete and checking out the scenery. So,
how tough is the mental preparation? Obviously, the physical preparation is intense, which is what makes you one of the best. But mentally, psychologically, how does that factor in?
That can be really big. Some people on race day, if they're not mentally there, especially in a race like the 10K where it's 25 laps, you have to be locked in for hopefully around 29 minutes. So if you're not mentally in the right mindset, it can really get to you.
You will be successful come Wednesday if you fill in the blank.
I think I need to position myself in the front pack from the gun, and then over the last 2K or so, just be ready to move and go with everybody.
Your teammates, Brittany Owens in the women's long jump, Calvin Arsenault in the 400-meter hurdles, and Edwin Kabichi in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. What do you think their chances are? I know you're focused on your thing, but you've probably seen enough of them to know, do they have a shot of bringing home some trophy action?
Yeah, I mean, they're all great athletes as well, and I think a lot of it's just going to come down to the day of, who's ready to go out there and get after it, and all of them are capable of doing big things as well, and like I said, we'll see how it ends up.
Well, we'll let everyone know how it ends up, and hopefully next time we talk with you, we'll be able to tell everyone that you brought home the hardware. But either way, congratulations, man, on getting there, and congratulations on graduating academically.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. It's good finishing up school and hopefully finishing out the season well.